then I wove in all, what was happening around us during 80, 81 in Mumbai. That is, there was cement rationing. But you can't get cement. It is very difficult for today's generation to understand that you can't get cement. And I was the secretary of my building. Now what used to happen is that the gutter water, or the drainage pipe, was going next to the water tank, and there was water dripping into the water. The drainage water, the gutter water was dripping into the water tank, and it was not dripping like tip. It was going with force. So we were drinking almost that kind of water. And I was secretary, so I had to go and so I asked my architect how much will it take, because he had to dig it and he had to repair the drainage pipe. So he told me he'll require about 10 bags of cement. And I went to, that time it was rationed. So I had to go to a rationing officer and request him, I need this. And I remember his name now. So his name was Parker. And he was sitting in front of me on his table and putting his feet like this and his shoes staring, in my face. And I'm telling him, sir, please give me cement. I'm drinking gutter water. And he says, so what, yaar? Half of Bombay is drinking gutter water. So that was his reply. And so if you want, I am permitted to give 5 bags. If you want 10, then you better go to another office, some central office. So that is how the gutter thing came in. The Baikala bridge fell. So there was a lot of anger, frustration, all thing which I was living through, and what you are reading in papers. And Antule was the chief minister that time, and you were hearing that builders and some kind of maybe true, may not be true. Well, all those things came. The builder started getting into my film, and I wrote for a month, and then the thing is that something else happened during that time. One day I got a call from Suresh Jindal, and he gave me a job of assistant director. Now they called us assistant directors, but we were actually crowd controllers. It was a 6-month job, and we were supposed to control a crowd, and and the salary was about 10,000 rupees per month in 1981 or something, 81 when it was made, and 10,000 was the allowance. So in 6 months you're making a kind of almost 1 lakh, which is an unheard of amount. So I was getting that, and I was inspired by this film, and I was almost going to take that job because it fell in my lap. I was struggling for it in England. But I asked Saeed Mirza, so what should I do? Should I take up that job or write my script? He says, you don't be a fool, write your script. Which I wanted to do the job so desperately. I was out of money. So there was a lot of anger of that nature also, hunger. They say that New Wave cinema is very angry cinema. It was also very hungry cinema. Most of the people who made were really hungry, So that aspect, because then I said, now you better write because you've sacrificed so much of money. So I was angry with myself, and I said, you better deliver the script. Jaane should be judged more as a failed film than a successful film. I'll tell you why. Because it's very important that, see, to go back, when Jaane got ready, finished, there was a producer called Gul Anand. And Gul Anand, Khatta Meetha, Katha was Suresh Jindal, Chashme Baddur and Khatta Meetha and all. He saw Jaane Gul Anand. And he was going to buy it. He made an offer, Bombay territory. And somehow he couldn't. Something happened and he didn't do it. But he called me. He said, see Kundan, I'm buying your film. But if you had brought the script of this film, I would have thrown it out of the window. Because I can't see the film, So that is where the greatness of NFDC comes, That, that they took a great risk. Because it could have been the worst film NFDC could have produced, because, and they could have been pulled up What? How could you sanction nonsense like this? And that is where I am saying that if you see Jaane as a failure, because it has got everything why this film should fail, because the attempt is so So that is why I think you have to give total credit to NFDC, because I have struggled another 25, 30, 40 years with the best of stars. Like I have told many top leading stars, let's make this film as an experimental comedy, and they can't see, they not some other film, not and they can't see the point of which I'm trying to make. I said, see, there's an adventure in this, If you like Jaane, then you have to come down to that level. You can't make a Jaane in 30 crore budget. It can't. It can't take the weight. It has to be done on that level, because you are doing everything to fail. Because you can almost say we had freedom to go wrong. We had freedom without any responsibility, because that is what NFDC did for us. You just go ahead and do what you want.
इधर देखिए और इसे देखिए और इस हसीना को देखिए, पहली बार जब ये स्टूडियो में आई थी तो बुर्का पहनकर आई थी, और अब और आप तो इससे भी आगे निकल जाएंगी. आई एम डैम कॉन्फिडेंट.